Have a nice. He said, "Have a nice day," and it cut off.
Hey everyone, I hope everyone's having a good evening. We're going to give everyone a few minutes to get over to our channel. Tonight we have a big list of things to talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm Krista with Goforgreenliving.
And I'm Daniel. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't see anyone in here just
Can you
yet.
make it private? It's private.
It's public. It's 6 viewers.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't know. She gave me a list to go by this time. I can't just randomly go off on a tangent. I can't just go off on a tangent over here. I gotta stick to my list. So I guess that's better.
Yeah.
Keeps things moving along. So.
Yeah, my comment section is taking a minute to load up.
Turn off some Wi-Fi on my phone.
Yes, that would be awesome. Okie dokie. So, this week, basically on our homestead, has been baby chick, baby chick.
Yeah. Yes. And y'all saw it, and in a little bit I'll go get her and show y'all.
Yeah, right now I think we've got about 14 baby chicks, and then our turkey is actually sitting on chicken eggs. How many chicken eggs is under her?
About 30.
We've basically given up hope on our ducks. She's been sitting for over a month now, and she just keeps throwing out her eggs. There hasn't been any to hatch, and so.
Well, she completely cleaned out her whole nest yesterday, and it's just an empty nest in there now, and there's one egg. So she laid an egg in there today. So, and all the feathers are gone on the back of her neck. I know Laffy's trying, but I don't think he's being successful. She wants to be a mama really, really bad. So we got tons of baby chicks running around. They're awesome. Anna's having a blast with them. So
it's just that time on the homestead.
Yeah, there's babies everywhere. Baby kittens out there. There's baby chicks. What do you want?
And we've been doing more of our fall. Your phone isn't pulling up our live stream. I'm trying to get to our comments.
I just turned off Wi-Fi.
We've been planning. Well, we have some bad news actually, so let's go ahead and take care of that.
The big bad news?
Yeah, the big bad news.
Yeah, this is really bad news.
It's good news. I can find the positive sides of it, like the fact that we get to clean it out, but there's a big negative too. So I'll let him share that ball.
The day before yesterday, our greenhouse plastic ripped all the way across the top. So that has to be replaced, and that is a huge expense. It actually should have lasted another 2 years. We weren't expecting this, so this is kind of devastating. But if you go see the positive, you never know what's going to happen. We got a few months before we absolutely have to have it, so we'll have to try to figure out something before then. You never know what he has planned for you. So I turn off my Wi-Fi now.
Yes. Hey everyone. We have about 73 right now, so I'm just gonna say, hey guys.
Hey everybody.
Glad you joined us tonight. I did see one question so far, and we were asked where we're relocated, and we're in Alabama.
Mm-hmm. East Central Alabama. We're really close to the Georgia line. If you just about throw a rock to the Georgia line. So.
And someone asked what type of turkey is a baby.
She's a broad-breasted turkey. They're black, standard breed, broad-breasted. I want to get a bunch more just to hatch out chicken eggs, and every one of her babies that she raised last year all became broody, all the females.
Freaky Geek 2 asked, where's the video of the baby chick?
Of the baby chick, the new one we did. It's on our channel. We just put it out the other day. I went outside and saw that our giant coaching had moved her baby. She was up highest high in a nest box. I don't know why she picked that one, but she did. And then she sat there for 20 days. And then her baby chicks were coming out, so I put food and water up there in that nest box, trying to get her to hold out as long as she could before she jumped down with them. And I went out there, and she had jumped down, and while she was jumping down, she stepped on one of the eggs, and it was cracked inside, so it was cracked inwards, and that but it was a baby there, and it had its face out, and it was chirping. And so I thought, well, the mom will hear it, and she'll jump up here and help him, and nature will be nature. But I came back an hour later, and she hadn't done nothing. And so I was like, I got a little bit more work to do in the greenhouse. So I went back in the greenhouse, and I didn't make it 15 minutes. I was back out here checking on that baby. I was just too worried. So I removed the pieces that were caved in, and of the shell. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of like took a breath, and you could see the whole shell kind of cracked just a little bit as it is a room, finally. So, but then I ended up taking off all the shell over the next 2 hours. I didn't. It was stuck. It couldn't get through. So, actually, once I got it all the way out, I figured the baby chirping up there will get the mama for sure. Come up there, but she wasn't interested. She didn't come up there. So,
but our turkey seems to adopt our chickens, because she doesn't have a tom yet.
Yeah.
And so we had a possum. I don't know if everyone saw our video, but we had a possum get some of our Benny chicks, and they were actually in there with a turkey, and Bam Bam couldn't get in there. Well, there was only one that survived, and baby has actually took it in. Like, Diamond is sleeping under baby. So we're thinking that this new coaching baby, she will take in. But actually with this coaching baby, he brought it in, and we don't have an incubator. We do have an incubator, but all it is like one of them not cardboard, but styrofoam things. And he actually used a household thermometer and had water in the bottom. And that's what we had tried to keep her in, but we were afraid she was going to get too hot, so I put her on me, and then we set up a little box with a light and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been eating good, drinking good, going to the bathroom, and she's growing like a weed. She's growing really fast.
Yeah, she's big now. She's one of the giants. And if a normal chick, she stands a good 2 inches over a normal chick, her age, so that's really good. So I'm glad that I was able to save one of the giant cochins, because they're our
favorite.
Yeah, they're our favorite. Don't tell them, but we name them all. So, and people say, well, if you name it, you won't be able to eat it. And, well, yeah,
we have favorite Bennies too.
Yeah.
One of our favorite Bennies of 3 years, Elvis, died. I don't think we made a video about him.
Yeah.
But he was just awesome. He was a free range. He'd follow us everywhere. You covered the greenhouse, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Greenhouse, well, I wasn't quite finished. Yeah, the greenhouse plastic, it ripped all the way across the top. And this thing is not cheap. But I'm thinking about trying to get strips and running them long ways. And then, of course, I'd have to have stripping board to go all the way down, but maybe that would help make the plastic last a little longer, the 4 years that it's supposed to last, at least. And we weren't supposed to have to buy this after 2 years.
Oh, wait, I think Wayne's Homestead's name's one of his roosters' name's Elvis.
Elvis?
I love it.
Well, Elvis, every time he come around, he'd go, ho, ho, ho. Like Elvis, I can't do it like you do, but ho, ho, ho. I'd be like, Elvis is here.
He truly had an amazing personality, and I know we're swapping subjects like crazy, but he had a personality like no other chicken that I've
Yeah, if
encountered.
you check our past videos, if you hear a rooster right on me, you know, like right behind me, it's 99% chance it was him.
Duct tape, it fixed everything. Tawana Lynn, I wish we could. Our greenhouse is 100 by 30 foot. I know I'm doing this with my hands, and it's horrible. But it's 100 by 30 foot. It's 16 foot in the air and then 8 foot in the front. So yeah, it ripped on the 16-foot part.
Yeah.
Where it was over and put down. Anyway, it's very complicated. He took a video, but
it would take about 500 sticks, 500 duct tape probably would fix it for a short time till the temperature started to change and it contracted and separated and stuff like that. But it would take about 500 rolls to do 100 foot. So yeah, but a good idea. You know, a little tear, I would have been.
Yeah, we've actually done that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to jump around all night long. I have a schedule. I want to stick to it. I want to cover y'all a whole bunch of info that's been going on the homestead. So if y'all have any questions for us, if you will, please put them in all capital letters so that I can see them, because I'm using my phone to see your comments and it's very difficult. I know the last 2 times I've had to strain to try to see my comments. So if y'all will all please do that for us.
It shows me just now drinking. No, I can't look at that.
Okay, so
You mean talking about that?
First I want to cover water here on the homestead. Kind of a bit of my homestead journal, but not. We live on solar. Everybody knows that. We have a generator. But we can only get water at 12 o'clock during the day, or in that range, when the sun's the brightest. I have to fill up all my jugs. I have to fill up all my pots. If I've got to wash dishes or, you know, get bath water or whatever, I have to get at that point in time of the day. Water in the greenhouse, so on and so forth. So water here on the homestead has been very difficult. So Dan has been working on me a rainwater catchment system. Yay! He's found that for that. I can't wait till it gets done. It would be a lot less stressful on my part. I don't know the word I'm looking for. So yeah, and the thing about it is I could run our water at 6 or 7 o'clock or whenever, but with the way we run our homestead, we have an aquaponic system and it stays on 24/7. We have this YouTube, so we have to be able to access the internet, and so it makes it very, very difficult.
She's trying to keep up with the comments too and talk, so
yeah. So that's my little rant about that. I'm sure there's more I want to say, but I'm trying to talk to y'all and keep up with the comments.
Well, so with the water cistern system, we wouldn't have to worry if we did have to have the well at any time. You know, at 12 o'clock, we can fill up these water cistern systems if it hadn't been raining for like a month, and then live off that for a week or so if it's cloudy or rainy. You know, everybody goes through those weeks it's cloudy or rainy, and also water the greenhouse. So we're actually stacking up IBCs in a tower, and you know, it'd be pretty neat when I finish, I hope. I still need one of those valves. It's the clean out valve or something, and so much water pours into another reservoir will clean out the gutters totally, and then of course they're not that much, but I'll get one. Go ahead.
Lady, Vapin Harley, sorry. I know I slaughtered your name. I'm so sorry. Why can you only use at noon? I could use it during the rest of the day. But then we would suffer with our YouTube channel and with our aquaponics and with anything else that we would need power for. Our 12-volt fans, etc. We would be taken away from all of that. So this is just what works best for us so that we can operate.
Yeah, it would run it during, like, at dark right now, it would turn it on and it would run it. But then that's all the electricity we'd have for the night. I couldn't run my fans. Ooh, that would be rough.
Yeah, I could live summer nights without no fan, but he can't.
No, I gotta have my fan.
He instead of Big Bear Homestead, he would be the Grumpy Bear Homestead. Seriously. So
yeah. I like to be cool when I sleep. And when it's 88 degrees outside at midnight, you're like, there's no relief. So, but today was hot. I mean, one of those days. There's just no cool to be found anywhere. So
Katie's Homestead asked a question that I like.
Okay.
I'm glad she asked you this question. This is for you. Would raising the solar panels help in getting better sun?
Raising them up. Yeah, it would help. Of course, I couldn't clean them if I got them higher, or I mean, they're about maximum that I could reach and get to and clean and maintain. I mean, put them higher, but I just don't have the means to get up there and work on them and clean them. I'd have to build scaffolding, and that would be more expense. And but yeah, it would help. But it's what we got to work with.
We're actually looking at Edison batteries. I know I'm changing the subject, so I'll let.
Yeah, there's a fan. I hope he's here. I don't want to say any names. He found a buddy that or a friend or something. He has Edison batteries. They're used, but everybody knows that they're lifetime batteries. And to get my 24-volt system is, it's the best price. I just have to put it this way. I can't tell the price or anything, but it's the best price I would ever get in my entire life for lifetime batteries, and get the whole 24-volt system, so I'd never need that again. And we probably, in each battery cell, each cell has 240 amp hours. So, and there's 23 cells. So you're looking at, okay, we could run our well at that time. All we got to do is just come up with, this little chunk of money, and the chunk of money for the plastic, but we're not going to get stressed out about it. We're not going to worry. We're actually just going to pray about it and see what happens. So there's nothing we can do to change it.
Have you considered utilizing a windmill for pulling up water or running the aquaponics? Yes. Daniel was actually doing, he's helping a guy install a solar system, and we're getting a windmill out of it. Yay!
Yes, getting a windmill out of the scrap-made solar system. It's one of our videos. We're actually getting a windmill out of it when I'm done installing it. So and some bee boxes and and a few other things.
This is an example of us bartering his work, his knowledge, get things that we need here on the homestead. So anytime we encounter something like that, we absolutely, it's such a blessing, truthfully. Yeah, well, as long as it's reasonably close, because then there would be the expense of the gas, going out there every day, and solar jobs don't happen overnight. They take a couple months to design and put up a whole system. Casey says, how many panels do you use on our solar system? I have six 255 watt Canadian solar panels. All right, and he's putting up I love Kitty's Homestead. She said build a wood ladder type on the sides. I love it. I could do it. That is ingenious. Yeah, I could do it, and
you know.
Huh. I don't know. Bumblebee Johnson has. Can you add reflectors like a solar oven to the solar panels?
Yes, you can, but you're going to burn them up.
Why?
I have some solar panels. I will show y'all that actually have been the government had, and they were running tests on them. I got them from a friend named Tommy. They still produce electricity, but nothing close. But they are 50 years old, 50-year-old solar panels. But you can see where they were magnifying the sun on them. It was just cooking them. It's temperature. Solar doesn't work good in hot temperatures. If you had some way of super cooling solar panels, you could put 8-foot arrays on them. Just had the sun directly on it. I've tried it before. I've done experiments, and I put them in water, and then took a magnifying glass and put on there. The one cell produced enough for a whole panel because of a magnifying glass on there in the water. But eventually, I got the water boiling, and the cell finally burned up. So somebody else could work on that, you know, that has funds. But
if y'all find something that works, please let us know.
Yeah, and y'all can have that idea, you know.
Y'all can tell that solar is one of his passions. Yeah. Now, Teresa Dean had a comment. She says, "Wow, I just need to really relocate. I checked on solar and have to get a permit to use it." Yeah, relocate. Solar is awesome. You have to do your lifestyle around a lot, yeah, but it's totally worth it. Because the money that you would be paying the big man, you know, you can put into your homestead, and it's just, we love it that way. How do you filter the rainwater for consumption cheaply? We actually have a Berkey water filter, but we have other water filtration methods as well, Kitty's Homestead.
Yeah, most of your straws, I don't know if you know this, but they're made out of like the ceramic in your fixtures. You know, like if you have a little figurine, we don't have any, I'm sorry. You know, but if you have a little figurine that's made out of ceramic, you tip off the top of it and tip off the bottom, make sure there's no paint, and you can suck water through there. It may take you a while, but it's going to filter out all the things. So most of the life straws and all that, they just have that ceramic in there, and it's super hard to get the water through, but it's very porous and it'll work. But yeah, I want to build a sand gravel filtration. I saw people on here have that kind of filters, and of course we'll filter it before we drink it. But as far as toilet water, it'll just be flush.
Sharon Brown asked, "How are y'all liking the solar oven?" I love my solar oven, and I can't be more appreciative of Doug and Stacy.
Yeah.
It was such a blessing to us and our family. We deeply needed one, and there's just no way that we could afford a solar oven right now. So yes, I love it. It's amazing, and I'm deeply appreciative of Doug and Stacy.
Video's coming. Yeah, the video's coming. So yeah, as far as oven wise, I think solar oven is one of the have-to-haves, because you know, unless you have a wood burner cooker.
Doug, or Stacy, how come you both look so refreshed tonight? Well, we both just got a shower, so yeah.
Yes.
And it's actually cool off here, so.
Yeah, we got a fan blowing on us right there. Yeah. It's just right there. So
it's a rotator fan, and he's got it in one spot.
Yeah, trying to keep, you know, this one area cool, but yeah.
Okay, so I don't see any more questions, so I want to get back to my list. We have been planting fall seeds, and he needs to stop. Make him stop. All right, so I want to give y'all a list of everything that we planted. Our planting season isn't really over until October. And in October, we're actually planting our onions and stuff. But right now, we have planted, let me look at my list. We planted some more beans. We planted beets. We planted broccoli, tomatoes. Of course, they're already tomato plants. So
yeah.
not tomato seeds.
Time to replant, y'all. Replant your tomatoes, you know, so it's a cycle.
Brussels sprouts, we can plant them here up until September 1st. So that's an awesome thing for anyone that lives in Alabama. Cabbage, we planted some more carrots. We can plant them up until the middle of September.
Oh yeah, wait 1 second. Y'all can get the deal with Doug and Stacy, the solar oven. Y'all can still get one at the $70 off price through their channel. If you want to sign up, the deal's still going, so y'all can just go over there and get one of those.
And we'll actually go get the link and put it down below after our video tonight. But yeah, we're planting cauliflower, collards, turnip greens, kale, kohlrabi. 3 different types of kale. They got the blue kale, the red kale, and the dinosaur kale. So of course, we're finished planting our potatoes, so
well, we're
waiting for our fall crop to come in.
Well, this week we got to harvest our second crop of potatoes and put in the last crop of potatoes. Of course, we got tons of potatoes ready to go right in the ground. We normally just do golds, but I think we got time for reds, and we have a few Idahos over there, so we might as well just see what happens with the time we got left. So on our potatoes.
And we planted spinach and some other things too.
Yeah, that's something that I was trying to convince her of. She's kept this notebook of yearly planting, when planting.
Y'all, I really need a new notebook. So but, yeah, it's really.
But I told her that people want this information, just like the information that I have been getting. You know, how many tomato plants does it take for you to grow to sustain a family of 3 throughout a whole year? You know, all your sauces, your ketchups, and all that. And we've done that with peppers and squash and potatoes and sweet potatoes, and so she wants me to write a book about that, and I want her to write a book on her planting list, because I'll say, what's due? And she'll tell me, and I'll be like, okay, going through the seeds, and I'm going, okay, these. So anyway, it's a team here. So maybe we'll team up and write a book about both of them.
Buzz says, have you ever? I've never known anyone who has. Why not? If not, Buzz, he didn't think I could do it, but I have actually. I started them in a tray, and we put them in our raised bed. But we didn't. That was the first time we ever grew peanuts, and it was totally an experiment on my part because I wanted to grow peanuts.
Well, you should have seen them. I don't know anybody's experience with greenhouse growing.
We actually grew these in the raised bed outside, but we did grow some in the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Experiment.
I know. Let me tell them about this. Let me tell them the funny story. Why I didn't think it was going to work. But they have seed trays. You know, you normally buy a seed tray. There are 36 plants in there. But for greenhouses, they have 288s, 165, and 588s. You know, 588 plants in this little tray right here. So she takes 588 peanuts and puts them in these things. They're hanging out. You know, they're half in, half out. This one, you know, this kind of thing. And every one of them sprouted. Every one. I was like, okay.
You told me it wasn't going to work.
Yeah, I told her it wasn't going to work. And then, you know, I'd go by it, water, and I was like, that ain't never going to work. And then one day I saw a little green thing. I go, hey, there's something green sticking out there.
And when he does something like that, after he tells me it ain't going to work, he'll come running in the house. Come here. I think that something's wrong. And then I go in there and I'm like, oh, yeah.
She didn't know any better. It just worked. And, you know.
Yeah, anyway.
That's another example of her showing me that I don't know everything. So
I completely.
I like it when she does that. you know.
it was about peanuts. Yeah.
Yeah. So we do grow peanuts. We grow them.
But we don't know a lot about peanuts because we've experimented with peanuts. I didn't grow much this year because we saved room for our artichokes. Well, I did grow a few plants, but not enough to do anything, just to get more seed. But we grew more artichokes and something else we got from Leanin'. Etos.
We're growing a lot of etos this year. It's a big potato, and if you check out the video about us planting the hugelkultur beds, you'll see me planting the etos in there. They really multiply, and I stuck them underneath the aquaponics, and they overwintered there. So
we have 4 raised beds, and that's what we mainly plant our root crops in, except one's got strawberries in it right now, which are gonna totally get
we're gonna move them out. Yeah.
But we've also got half of 55-gallon drums with composted dirt in it as well in the greenhouse. Much room to grow in good black dirt. We have really clay dirt here.
Yeah.
So any of our root crops we try to plant in our tires, which I have a bunch of tire raised beds, or our wood raised beds, which there's 4 of those. There's one in the greenhouse, but it's not as good. So yeah. Anyway, that's a little bit about our root crops. So we have to be really picky about what we plant when it comes to all that.
Well, I'm working on dirt. There's a plant in the water that just grows like crazy. It'll take over a whole aquaponic system in a month. And so I take all that plant out of there and throw it in the compost, and it'll actually make in a 5-gallon bucket. You know, I fill up 4 or 5-gallon buckets from one aquaponics bed, but it'll actually make a 5-gallon bucket worth of it's kind of a dirt. You know, it's kind of like peat moss. It breaks down to that consistency and mix it in with regular dirt. They're growing just fine. I'm growing kiwi in one of those right now.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Do you guys have any fruit trees? From Casey Chapman? Yes. And he's reminding me of more and more fruit trees. I said before we had 22 fruit trees, but thinking about it, we've actually probably got over 30 fruit trees, but we have 22 in the ground.
Yeah.
The other fruit trees that we have, which is probably over 30 with all the fruit trees that we've rooted.
Yeah.
Are in the greenhouse and they're in pots, so they need to be transplanted, except for our kiwi and our bananas.
Yeah.
And there's another tree, 2 other trees, fruit trees that I'm having a brain fart.
The kumquat.
Kumquat and something else.
Strawberry tree.
Yeah.
Is it a strawberry tree or fruit cocktail tree? One of them. It's a strawberry tree, I think.
I need to get a list together of our fruit trees, and we can talk about that on our live show, because we have on our 1 acre homestead, we have the fruit trees.
Yeah. And it's about to be apple harvest time, and you get to see me harvest 4 different kinds of apples off one tree. It's really cool.
And here's the thing about the apples. We have 5 grafted. It's got 5 different grafted apples, and it is our producer. We have 3 baby apples, and one's in the ground and 2 are in pots.
What about the one up front? And then the one back there by the garden?
Okay, so we have 4 apple trees, 2 in the greenhouse and 2 in the ground. Okay, so the 2 we need to plant.
Yeah.
All right. So next week, fruit trees.
Next week. This week we have a list.
Sorry. I hope that answered your question. And
yeah, we have plenty of fruit trees, and before it's all said and done, she'll have the entire yard fruit trees, no more grass. It'll all be permaculture.
I'm gonna get them fruit trees planted this fall.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that.
Yeah, we have plenty of figs that go on the ground. We have elderberries is what she's forgetting about.
Oh yeah. Well, I told you we have so many in the greenhouse. I know that there's 22 or more in the ground outside.
Yeah.
But in the greenhouse we have a lot. So
yeah. they'll be going out there.
And
So
I want them actually in my way. But the problem is, it comes springtime, and I'm like, okay, we need to get these planted. And Dan's like, nope, you need to plant them in fall and winter. And I'm like,
yeah, they have to
wait.
I know it's the best for the plants. When to plant them in fall, they get plenty of rain, and it's just they don't have to produce. There's no insects to attack them. It's just like if you want a guaranteed plant it in fall, fruit tree. It's when they're the cheapest at the big box stores anyway, so you can go clean them out of fruit trees.
But we haven't got ours from the big box store. We root ours.
Oh, I know. We
I've
don't get them,
actually
but
rooted a fig tree. We've got a fig tree sitting in the greenhouse, and we actually gave another fruit tree that we rooted in the aquaponics, y'all. We don't use no root hormone. We use the aquaponics. We actually gave that to my friend Susan Kubetsky, and we gave her a plum,
yeah,
and something else. So yeah, we root everything in the aquaponics. But I'm gonna get on to the next question because we can sit here and talk about, we can talk about anything forever.
Yeah, we got so much to share. So, yeah.
Do you dehydrate much? Said Sandy Hollow Homestead. Yes, I love to dehydrate. Problem is, right now we have screens that go on a window, and you probably saw it on our lamb's quarter video. How he put the lamb's quarter on that. We put stuff on that and use it unless I get my dehydrator, which is just a cheap dehydrator. It's a round one that blows out the bottom.
Generator.
But I love dehydrating my tomatoes in that. I love dehydrating fruit in that, and dehydration is one of my favorite ways, because if you don't know it, dehydration only takes 3% of the nutrition away, as to where other ways of preserving takes a lot more of the nutrition.
Yeah.
Of course, raw is always better, but dehydration is the next to the best in my research.
And we dehydrate about 4,000 pounds of tomatoes a year or so.
Yeah, and y'all should see my food processor after that. Of course, he has to get to the generator, but it's horrible. Yeah. But I love my dehydrated tomatoes, and I wouldn't give anything for them. But that cleanup job after that.
I know it's just weeks and weeks and weeks of the same thing, but it's awesome. I love it. It's just when I'm putting up food, it's different. I'm different in that aspect. I'm like, woohoo!
Big Bear said, "Do you put peanuts in the aquaponic system?" I did put peanuts.
Yeah, we did grow peanuts in aquaponics.
But did it work?
Yeah, it worked. And the problem is they took over. I mean, it was just like there was like one plant there, and then all of a sudden there was like 40 there, and then there's
that happens.
They were just starting to grow in the ground and become a new plant. So they just kind of took over the whole bed. I had to clean them all out because there were actually so many peanuts in there that they were clogging up the aquaponics. With a bigger system, they probably would work fantastic. Just put one in there and then just let it spread out through the whole thing.
I'm looking for Krista. Deep South said, Krista, I would love an Excalibur. Scratch bought theirs here, and it was awesome. I would too. But it's a dream for me. And I can't get my hopes up. Some
things are worth the generator.
I can't get my hopes up. That's actually what kind of dehydrator I wanted. And he got it for me 2 years ago, and he actually bought it for me as a gift. And he came out, and I wanted to cry.
She was mad at me.
I was grateful that he got me a dehydrator. I really, really wanted one, but I do the research. So
it's the only one I could physically buy
right there. I know it's good, and so I've learned since then to not get my hopes up. But yes, I would love one.
Excalibur.
They are very good, and they would probably do a better job than mine. So, awesome comment, Deep South. I loved it. Get him to have a thought in his head, maybe.
Get him.
Big Bear Homestead. Did you graft it? Big Bear Homestead. Are you talking about the peanuts? We didn't draft any peanuts.
No,
the
peanuts did grow in the aquaponics, and they ended up taking over the entire barrel within like a month. And when I finally cleaned them out about 2 months later, well, I guess it's about 50 days, and finally cleaned them up, I was just pulling out handfuls of peanuts out there, all sprouted and all turning into brand new plants. Something about the water, just as soon as they're done, they instantly start growing.
Well, we did when we planted these. Not this year. We planted a few this year for seed because I want to keep my seed good. We store a lot of our seeds, and we'll have a talk about that. I wanted to talk about it tonight, but I'm not sure if we're going to get to that about saving seed. But my peanut, we didn't know. He got open. He's picking on me. He better stop it. Anyway, you made me lose my train of thought.
I'm not doing it. I just showing the list.
We didn't know much about peanuts. I planted him as supposed to be the plant expert. He's like, when we first got married, he was like, this and this and this, and this is how you do this, and this is how you do this, and blah, 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 blah. But me, I do my own research, and I have to get books, I have to underline, and this, that, and the other. And he was just yapping. So I would just go experiment. And that's how that ended up. I didn't know when to harvest exactly. I hadn't figured that out for where we're at in Alabama. And I guess by the time that we had got to them, a lot of them were still fine. But some of them were still rooting and getting ready to shoot up a new plant. So what we did is we relocated them in the greenhouse for the fall. All right. So.
Yeah, now she's saying that I was supposed to be the plant expert. I did do some study in it, and I did spend 20 years commercially growing plants for Super Kmart. So, I did know a little bit something, but maybe not enough.
Yes, yes, Big Bear. We take cuttings and root them in the system. Do you know how to propagate thornless blackberries?
Yes. This time of year, go out there, everybody, take your pruners. This time of year, go cut off your blackberries. Go cut them off.
Can you use cuttings to grow more great plants like the seedless variety?
They're difficult. They're difficult, but you can get 1 out of 10 to work.
And Grizz 270. My husband actually built me a solar dehydrator, but it takes 48 hours. And
36 hours.
Well, 36 hours. But either way, my dehydration of bell peppers and tomatoes, it does not work. Of course, he's got another one that he wants to build, but he's staying really busy. So he hasn't got to do his arts and crafts. That's his arts and crafts, because he put solar on it and everything like that. And
playtime.
He hasn't really got to twiddle with stuff like that. So it's easier for us to just put it on the screen and put it in the greenhouse, or you get gas and put in my dehydrator when we have the funds to do that. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. I'm looking for more questions.
Of course, we do the screens in my truck too, so they go right across the back seat and the dash, and they go right across.
No, Doug and Stacy, it's not on our Amazon list. I didn't even think about it until the live show, actually.
Yeah, we have an Amazon list. We were asked last time to create an Amazon list, so we went through with the wish list. Ooh. But y'all are missing out on the greenhouse. Unfortunately, it's about to be no plastic on it. We're gonna totally clean it out, wrap it out, and have faith that we're gonna somehow be able to come up with a new top for it. So
Casey Chapman, yes, we have bees. I'm gonna try to take care of these questions so we can get to the next. Yo, he needs a whooping. Somebody needs to get a hold of him tonight. I love him. I'm just playing, y'all. Hope y'all know that.
It's a big list.
Daniel Allen.
We only got 15 minutes. We got to go through some of this stuff.
Hey, here, there's a bunch I want to cover, so behave.
Okay, she's going through the questions. And
okay, so I don't see any more questions. All right, so the next thing I want to talk about, I'm going to kind of skip around my list. All right, as far as homeschool goes, I have been really, really working on this here lately. I appreciate everyone who has sent me emails concerning Anna's curriculum. It has truly helped. I have looked into each and every one of them. I looked into K-12 was one of them. I actually began to enroll her in K-12, and I backed out due to the fact of I looked at the reviews and some YouTube videos, and like I said, I researched everything, and I just did not know if it would fit our schedule as much time as I was going to have to put into it, at least 6 hours a day, 30 hours a week. And I'm willing to do that. I have jobs here on the homestead too, and I know me. If she's required to do 6 hours a day, and I don't feel like she's got that material, I'm going to keep, I'm going to keep working with her, doing fun activities, but activities, so that I'll be giving her breaks in between, but giving her activities to try to make that material stick, because Anna is struggling. One thing I found that does help as far as online curriculum is time for learning. She loves that. And Daniel, you ripped my paper. Anyway, time for learning.
Her paper got ripped. Her list got ripped.
Anna is with my mom.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it. She's with my mom. Yeah. I didn't like K-12 at all. Okay, so I looked at time for learning, and what I have decided, I've looked at a bunch of stuff, y'all. I've looked at Rod and Staff. I've looked at, and I like those programs, but our budget is very tight. And
especially now with the greenhouse plastic and the water cistern.
Okay, Sharon Brown said, "Did you answer the cost for the greenhouse?" I lost y'all.
Oh, the cost for the greenhouse?
I will, Doug and Stacy. I will tell her. She's probably watching over there at Nana. They always watch us every night. The greenhouse plastic, I'll let you cover that really fast.
Well, the greenhouse plastic, it's roughly around $500, something like that. We bought a piece when we first built the greenhouse. It was $700. It was the best stuff you could possibly buy, and we were trying to put it on, and then a storm came up and actually picked me and her up about 20 feet up in the air and set us back down. So
yeah, it really did. It picked me up off the ground, and I weigh 160 pounds easy. So we can't do it by ourselves.
But it ripped that piece of plastic, so we immediately had to buy another one, which we had to go cheaper.
So yeah,
to the $500 one, and unfortunately, the $500 one is played out.
Okay, but I want to cover this homeschool thing.
Okay.
To refund, to basically cover my Homestead journal the other week.
Yeah.
So I have found that I'm going to use Time for Learning, which is $20 a month, and we can afford that. And then I have some books on my Amazon account, my wish list, that I'm going to also incorporate into it. I don't want to be completely internet-based, but Anna has experimented with Time for Learning, and she is picking up from it. The samples that they have, she's getting it. So I'm going to use for that, and then I am going to incorporate a little bit of phonics curriculum, a little bit of my curriculum, some worksheets and stuff like that. So I'm going to...
And some Rod and Staff.
Some Rod and Staff and some other things to make it work. Daniel actually, you know, he came through today and he helped me get it together. Because like we said
She was
before,
bouncing off the wall.
I was like, you know, I just had, you know, I've been working on this for a good month and a half, and Anna has special needs, and I knew what her special needs was, and I wasn't going to quit until I felt like her special needs was met. And our budget for everything that I found, just, I couldn't do it. So, enough about homeschool. We are also have some project coming up of finishing up the cabin and getting her classroom done. Yay!
Yeah, we need to build a classroom. For what research I have done, if you and Big Bear, we've been talking to them over there. They homeschool their kids, and leaving the house and going into an actual building is preferred. So I'm going to try to build an 8x8 building, you know, just here actually, which, you know, give them a little room to go there, and it'd be someplace separate that they can go to. So Anna knows, okay, it's time to go to work here. So
of course, you know, when she got on that time for learning, he was having to prize her off the computer because she loved it.
yeah, she's like, I want to play my game some more. So she was loving the learning.
I want her to have book work. I want her to have hands-on material. I don't want her to be on the computer 24/7. Not only that, but we're on solar, so it's just not possible. So, yeah. Big Bear and Doug and they were silly. So when is the repair on the green?
Silly? I never get to read the comments. I missed out on the whole thing.
Baby, it's 8:52. So when is the repair? When is the repair of the greenhouse party? And then Doug comes back with after the Doug and Stacy party.
Yeah, after the Doug and Stacy party.
And then Sharon Brown says maybe start a GoFundMe for Goforgreenliving's greenhouse repair. That's an awesome idea. And then Kitty's Homestead says, do you have a link to your wish list anywhere? On our homepage of our YouTube channel, it's at the top right-hand corner.
And about the GoFundMe, actually, I'm trying to get in touch with a company that actually have the plastic there, so we won't be the middleman, and the middleman won't get paid. We'll just actually, you know, if you want to make a donation towards the plastic or something, you just call them and directly do it. So it'd be easier on everybody, you know.
Sharon said, link the wish list for us. And
link the wish list.
Do you live near a library? They have great books. Teresa Dean.
We live about 40 miles to the closest library, so we do go to the library. It's a very small town. Library, you know, there's not even a computer in there, so you could use the internet or anything like that. So, and they maybe have a couple thousand books, but it's an awesome library. Anna loves to go check out books.
We were trying to go every week last year, and it just got really, really tough on us. Goforgreenliving.com is blank. Kitty's Homestead, I'm talking about our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
When you see our picture at the top, the square picture, and then the little picture, it'll be at the right-hand corner.
Yeah, there's little links in our header, and the picture of the greenhouse and the walkboard up there. It's at the top of our screen at the homepage. If you just go to the About Us page, it's on there too. So, but she'll put a link after the video is uploaded. You know, so after we're done broadcasting, then the video will
Donna
upload.
S says, I didn't see a wish list, only the support channel. All right, guys, I'm gonna link after our broadcast. I will link that along with Doug and Stacy's dehydrator.
Sun oven. $70 off.
Yeah.
An all-American sun oven, and the coupon lasts all summer. So You better hurry up because it's August. It's coming close to my birthday.
Sandy Johnson, does your child meet the requirements to receive an SSI check? I'm sure she does, but I haven't attempted that.
Yeah, she would get it. It's
okay. And Sharon Brown says, so are you going to link the guy we would make a donation to for the greenhouse repair?
yes. As soon as I find the guy, I've been calling these companies and been talking to them, and I have to find the guy, the right guy for the job. And I told him we could work together, and I'd be saying her name the whole time, while I'm putting the plastic on. And
okay, so I'm blushing now. Southern Angel is my mom, and she says, Anna says, hey everyone. What kind of crossbow Dish Outdoors says?
Oh.
But what did he say about?
I don't know, to tell you the truth. What kind of crossbow is it?
I am not sure. It's pretty dusty. A Viper.
A Viper. Viper. We got it at
the trade day for $300. It was brand new.
$350. But I only paid $325 because I'm not going to pay full price for anything at trade day. I don't care. I'll walk off if I really need it. I'd be like, how much you want for that? $1. Well, I can give you 75 cents. And if they don't take it, I walk off. So I'm horrible. But it's just, you're there to get a deal, right? So that's bad about me. But anyway, yeah, as soon as I find the guy, we're going to hook it up where we can get the, you can just call the company and make your donation. And actually, I'm going to section off the top of the greenhouse and dedicate that, put a little plaques on there of which section you helped us save the greenhouse, and so do it right. Then when now people, now listen to this. Let me say this real quick. We have figured it out. We couldn't figure out how to sell stuff because we didn't really want to be a business. I was in the commercial for a long time, and if we just sell something, all right. We thought about donations, but we kind of been leaning towards more of a sponsorship. We would, if we could find sponsors to, regular sponsors, we would send them like percentages of our herbs and plants if you wanted it. If you were like a blah 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 sponsor and you bought this much of the greenhouse plastic, you would benefit from that because we would give you a percentage of like cayenne pepper, for example, and we would share that because we do grow in abundance and we want to share. So we definitely just don't want a handout. We want to work for what we get and earn it, and earn your respect as much as possible.
Absolutely. Doug and Stacy said crossbows are a no-go, longbows are the way to go. Yes, Doug, I found this out after we got this. So
you can't use them here. We can use crossbows legally here. So
he says a no-go, longbows are the way to go.
If I could ever find one, I would. One of these days. See, I'm really good at woodworking.
Yes.
I'd like to build a longbow.
Tracy Hayward says, if I found school workbooks or reading books, can I mail them to you? Yes, absolutely. We can add our private email underneath also.
Yeah, that would be a real blessing for us because we really are trying, and and just all of a sudden we get bombarded all at once. But it's that's our job to overcome. So we're not greatly stressed. She was a little stressed about finding the right curriculum. There's so much information out there, and there's so many hoops you got to jump through, and you got to make this is right here, and their math is acceptable, and their history is acceptable, and because we want,
never seen anybody in the bush not using a longbow laugh out loud. What about setting up a CSA, Bumblebee Junction? What is the CSA?
We don't really know what that is. Sorry, I don't even know. I've been, in the greenhouse business 20 years, and there wasn't a lot of internet work with greenhouse business. I took cuttings, I got the plants ready. First of spring got here, Kmart pulled up in their tractor trailers and took everything away. It was just that simple.
Okay, what grade? She's in first grade. However, with phonics, she knows her upper and lowercase letters. She knows the sound of her letters. She does not know her blends. She is trying to sound out words, but she doesn't know her blends. She doesn't know the difference between a vowel or a consonant. That's where she is in reading. Everything else is first grade level. Math or science, history, everything. So yeah, she's very intelligent with a good high IQ. The problem that we have is she has dyslexia. Like, she still writes sometimes her B, her D, backwards, her H. She has a problem writing her 4s, her 5s, her 3s, her 7, her 9. She writes stuff backwards. But she'll correct herself. She's getting better with the dyslexia, but she does have dyslexia due to the brain injury.
Yeah. So so what she's saying is that she's still working through the readings. The only thing she has a problem with, she's still in upper kindergarten in her. So.
Bumblebee Johnson said community supported agriculture. People buy shares of your crop.
I didn't know about that. I know there's a bunch of farmers like to get their hands on my produce, but we were selling it to them and letting them make a profit and stuff like that. Just the cycle of things, but it just gets so much negotiation, so much, I'll keep the tomato for a dime, okay, so we just kind of cut that off. But yeah, as far as sponsorship, we are trying to figure out something so that we can get our products out there and help the homestead the best way we can, But it's 9:03.
Yeah, we're over our time, but I want to answer the rest of your questions, and then we'll call it a night.
Okay.
Is she 6 already? Green Gables home. Daniel Allen. Is she 6 already? Green Gables Homestead. She actually turned 7 July 24th.
Yes.
Her
birthday is July 10th, and mine is August 13th. So we're all right in a row. Boom, boom, boom. Get them over with quick.
All right, so I'm looking for.
First time ever I asked for underwear. Ever in my life.
Daniel!
Or your birthday's like, what do I need for my birthday? It just as a kid, you get underwear. Oh, I got underwear. Oh, more underwear. Thank you. This time, I'm like, yeah. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I just thought it was pretty neat in me to, to say something, because you always got them as a kid. You always were disappointed. I wanted that BB gun, but I got underwear.
Bumblebee Johnson. Okay, enough with the underwear.
Okay,
mister.
No more underwear.
I can't believe he said that on live. Anywho, look up CSA. CSAs. They pay, then pick up mixed baskets of whatever is right each week. Bumblebee Junction said.
Well, I know we are rural enough that there is nothing like that around here. We would have to establish it, and I'm not sure the other farmers around here would be willing to participate in something like that. It'd be a lot easier because then people would come by and pick them up. I might try talking to a few of the bigger farmers that are my friends.
Okay, so Big Bear says no more underwear, boxers.
Well, that's why I wear boxers anyway. So.
Doug said when you get old, the pants. Tracy Howard says mine is the 10th. Also, Chris and I are B-Day buddies. Okay, anywho. All right, guys. We're going to end it here. We got halfway through our list, I guess.
Yeah, so the list did not get taken.
I'm going to add the fruit trees to it next week. So we'll cover that first. Is not farmers you sell to people and send it to them or they pick up? Doug says. A lot of YouTubers I watch are setting up a Patreon account where people can support them both one time and ongoing. You might look into it. Jennifer Dunaway. Okay. Do you have any comments?
About the Patreon, we a few of our friends are doing the Patreon. I don't really understand. I think you're doing extra videos or something like that for the Patreons. I mean, that's pretty good plan. You're doing extra videos. Okay, we're trying to do one.
When I set up a Patreon, you can use the PayPal link.
Yeah, exactly. And use the PayPal link, and I'll probably send you some herbs and if you're interested in plants or anything like that, then that'd be better for us, because the extra video we're trying to put out one a day anyway. We couldn't yesterday, which we're very sorry.
Yeah, the whole state of Alabama's internet was down.
The whole state. I know she wasn't supposed to say that because she started double talking. She says, there's an emergency. The whole state is down. And I was like, what? She goes, oh, sir, are you still there?
Wow, I didn't know that part. He didn't tell me that part, y'all. I just knew the whole state was out.
Yeah, so I don't know if she was supposed to tell me that or not. And I'm thinking, they're putting in a kill switch so they can just all of a sudden say, no more internet for Alabama. But the whole state. You see that, Doug? The sweat pouring off.
Kitty Homestead says, Goforgreenliving just Facebook you about some herbs and seeds. Like awesome.
We want to get to the point, and I have been working on this for 20 years to be able to sell seeds.
Yeah, we
and
have a lot
not
of seeds.
Everybody else's seeds, our seeds, and of course we'll sell some of everybody else's too, as long as they're not don't have a thing. What is that thing? Patent on them.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay, so I agree with you, Teresa Dean, about dyslexia completely. I mean, she's made improvement already. We still ways to go, but she's done amazing. And I want to help her continue to do so. Okay, and Goforgreen, I told you about that. All right, y'all. We are way over time. Hey, are you going to sell some of that African corn? You mean that? Okay. You mean Danny corn? Is that interesting about the internet? Which is also things that make you go, My brother was dyslexic. That is where I learned the hand.
I was dyslexic, and I have an IQ over 140. So, I don't know where you get it from, but I still today have trouble with my B's and D's. I think we're trying to use both sides of our brain at the same time. That's where we're seeing it there. So
I don't know. I just know that she's making improvement, and I want to continue to help her do so.
Yeah, they said they told me, said they gave her an IQ number. I'm not going to tell you what they told me, but I thought there's no way.
It was a high IQ that they gave him, but he still wasn't happy with it.
No, it wasn't what I expected. I saw her out there figuring complex problems out with her wagon and water. She had 2 5-gallon buckets of water on there, and she was trying to get them to the chickens, and she was having to go up this steep hill. Of course, I could have come over there and helped her, but she would pull the wagon up a little bit, put a log behind the tire, rest for a second, pull the wagon up a little bit, put the log behind there. And she worked that, she didn't learn that from me. She didn't learn it from Krista. She figured it out herself. She's using advanced thinking to figure out complex problems like that. And when they told me, the number that they gave me for her IQ, I was like, you can ask her during the meeting. I kept saying, "You really said that?"
I just kept grabbing his leg.
Yeah, I was like, "There's no way." The lady was like, "Well, the average is blah blah blah," and I know we're all prejudiced towards our kids, but I see things that just amaze me sometimes with her. And
I have figured out the way that Anna learns and what works best for her, and I've just been trying to put that into our budget. Anywho, y'all, we are 11 minutes over time. Have you heard of Mothers Against Dyslexia? That's awesome. Major problem solving skills. All right, guys, we're going to end it here because we are way over time. And we will see y'all guys next week, and we'll have a schedule and things to talk about.
We'll have a list. And we'll stick to the list.
It's a mess. Time. All right, guys, we love you. Ani.
Ove.
Ocha.
Yes, it means I love you in Hebrew. We were corrected the other day about our Hebrew. Just a little quick note. Actually, it's a man saying that.
So what? Keep going.
It's a man saying, and for a man to say that, she's not actually supposed to say that, or something like that. It does mean I love you, but it's from the masculine in Hebrew. Okay, more information than you needed. So.
All right, guys, we love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye, you two friends.
Later, guys. Stop running.